Hello and welcome to Hedleys Football Podcast. I'm here again today with Daryn. Good evening, Daryn.
Good evening, Harry. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I have been better.
Yes, so have I. We'll get all that later.
So, without further ado, I'm going to crack straight on with it. So, Aston Villa, 5:30 on Saturday. They absolutely destroyed us from start to finish. They go 1-0 up in the first 30 seconds of the game with a deflected goal past Nick Pope in the first 30 seconds, which obviously is the worst start possible. And then they control the first half, Aston Villa, and then somehow Fabian Schär comes up with a equalising goal to make it 1-1 at half time. Against the run of play, you have to say. But you think, oh well, half time 1-1. Hopefully they'll come out the second half and play a bit better in the second half and hope to get at least a point. What happens is they come out exactly the same, and so do Aston Villa, and Aston Villa take away the game from Newcastle with 3 goals in the second half to make it a 4-1 defeat. Now, I didn't necessarily expect to beat Aston Villa. I half expected to get beat on Saturday, but what I do expect is some fight, some passion for the shirt that's been there all season, and on Saturday, for whatever reason, it wasn't there. They didn't turn up. It was a hard, horrible watch if you're a Newcastle fan. Not taking anything away from Aston Villa, who were outstanding from start to finish. They beat us at our own game, and they were outstanding. But for the first time this season, I didn't see any fight. I didn't see any determination to get back into the game once you go 2-1 down. There was nothing. It was all Aston Villa second half, and they scored an extra 2 goals to obviously make it a damaging 4-1 defeat. Now, we have Ipswich on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Now, that is huge. A massive game for the football club. It's we have to win, basically. Not only that, but all the results at the weekend went against us. So everybody picked up points in the top 6 or 7 apart from us. So Ipswich becomes huge, where we can relegate Ipswich, unfortunately, which is always a hard thing to do, but we have to do the job. We have to win. There's nothing else apart from a win we'll do. Now, there's still no Eddie Howe. I haven't heard any updates yet. Only rumours that he might miss. He might not be available to come back until the end of the season. But I know he is out of hospital, so that is good news. The reason I'm saying this is because Jason Tindall in his press conferences doesn't sound as comfortable or as confident as Eddie Howe does. He's not as confident in front of the cameras, and I think he might be sort of missing Eddie's input, which is why we need him back as quick as possible. He's out of the hospital, so hopefully he will be back very soon. But Ipswich on Saturday is massive. Now I'm going to hand over to Daryn, who's going to talk to you about what's been going on with Sunderland. Over to you, Daryn.
Thank you, Harry. Well, you talk about passion and commitment and motivation and all that. I know exactly what you're talking about because Sunderland have showed very little of that in the last 2 games. Got beat Bristol on Friday 2-1. Although 2-1, we did score the best goal of the game. I like the mind of his own half. Went right up the pitch to the whole Bristol team and scored.
Great goal. I saw that goal. Great goal. But that's where three of them got sent off controversially for I didn't think it was red card, but there we go. Referee said it was, so the lad goes straight through and he trips over three of them's feet and goes over. The referee sends him off. It's 50-50. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way. So 2-1, we lose against the City. On to Monday, Blackburn Rovers. He makes 7 changes and drops a leader in there. Now, why would you drop the player that just scored the best goal in weeks? Why would you drop the best player? But now they know that he did that. 7 changes, 16 shots fired, only 2 on target, and got beat 1-0. Their striker finds himself struggles through as I shot, 1-0, and that's the way it ended. Blackburn. Now, I know, I've said it before, I know Western players, but come on, you've got to show a bit fight, a bit passion, and they're not doing that at the moment. And what's concerned me more with aftermath coming, with the minded aftermath comments. Now we're going to playoff mode. As I've said before, you can't do that. You either have momentum or you don't. You can't switch it on and switch it off.
Now, how can you go into playoff mode when you've been losing the last 2 or 3 games in a row?
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly, you can't do that. So that worries me.
Playoff mode is winning the last 2 games.
Yes. So that worries me. That. So what he's going to do for Oxford, I don't know. Oxford next Saturday away. What he's going to do for that game, I don't know. But we'll see.
Well, that's a very winnable game.
It is. We should win that.
If you don't win that game, there's a bit of trouble there.
Yes.
Because are they still in relegation?
They are. Yes, they are.
Trouble.
So they've become fighting for the points.
Yeah.
Which they will do. So we need to show the equal amount of fight. Otherwise we'll get it again.
Yeah. So basically there's the 2 games that we've just mentioned. Ipswich at home again a game where Newcastle need to show the fight and the quality to beat Ipswich, because we all know Ipswich are as good as down, and if we beat them, we relegate them. But the flip side of that is they will be coming to win, to fight. So Newcastle need to be ready for that, similar to Sunderland against Oxford.
Yes, we need to be ready for Oxford because he will fight for every point.
So that will be interesting weekend. Maybe a pivotal weekend for the Premier League. Well, certainly for Ipswich, if we beat them, and maybe pivotal for Newcastle to get into the Champions League. And I would say it's pivotal for Sunderland to win that game.
Wait, start showing some form at least. You've got to start showing form and win at least. Yeah.
It starts showing form that shows they are up for the fight of the playoffs.
Yes.
Because we all know the playoffs is blood and thunder.
Yes, it is.
Football. It's challenges going in left, right, and centre.
Yes, it is.
You need to show the fight.
Yes, we do.
So
let's hope it's a better performance of Sunderland.
Sunderland need to beat Oxford and show the fight.
Yeah.
So they are the next 2 matches we will be commenting on. And of course, there is only 2 games left in the championship season.
Yes.
I think, is there?
Yes, we've got Oxford and then last game at home. The following Saturday is QPR at 12:30.
So, and I've got a few more. But while the Premier League is still on, the playoffs will be on in the Championship.
Yes.
So we will carry on.
Yes, we will.
The end of the season as normal. But until then, I would like to thank everybody for listening to this podcast, and thank Darren for joining.
My pleasure, Harry, as normal.
And until next time, it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.